Alright, I'm live. Hey everybody, welcome to my philosophy class. I'm gonna hop on here every once in a while to give you my take on things. Yeah, I think about these things, you know, and I don't have mode of communication to make a really slick channel. That's not what I'm going to do. But tonight, I was thinking about something that was in the news, a phraseology of things that a lot of people have been saying lately. And it got me thinking about the conflict between religion and science. Yeah. So I had to really focus on the subject. So I smoked a big bowl of a strain of pot called Beetlejuice. And it's kind of ironic that I did this. So without further ado, this is my take on the multiverse. Now, I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson, but deGrasse means of grass, right? So that means he with the name of grass in his name, you know, he's opened yet focused his mind to a singularity, the multiverse. That's what I've done. I used to think there's a song like Falco called Rock Me Amadeus, right? And if you ever listen to the extended long version of this song, some guy's talking 1742 Wolfgang Amadeus, blah blah blah. And for the longest time, there's a part that says in 1768 or whatever, Mozart started freebasing, which I thought was, wow, maybe that's how come we wrote all that great music. You know, it's freebasing. I didn't even know you could freebase back in the Dark Ages. But it turns out he was a Freemason. So that must mean he was free. So maybe Neil deGrasse, because deGrasse is French for of grass. So maybe that's where he gets his ideas from. So let's cut to the chase on what I think is going on today about the multiverse, or the multiverse. I always thought the multiverse was what you would call Don McLean's American Pie. because there's a lot of verses in that song. A multiverse song. So I do these live because it's on my mind. I can't write a script because all the muse will go away if I stop to write what I want to talk about. So instead, I clear my mind and I drink Dr. Pepper. And tonight's strain, is Beetlejuice. So we have been having a conflict of people who follow religion or God and people who follow science or fact, the scientific method to prove fact. If your method doesn't prove fact, you throw it away, you start again if the results don't match the expectations. That's the scientific approach, man. Right? So, I'm an atheist, passive atheist. I'm not militant about anything. Okay? So, by definition, an atheist means someone who doesn't believe in God, a God, or multiple gods. But I'm also not so sure about this multiverse stuff either because I think science is running out of things to keep like the total layman interested in science, so they come up with new things, man. All kinds of videos like Omniverse and multiverse. So here's what I'm theorizing. Well, hypothesizing. To stay with the scientific approach method. There is a universe where, man, I'm dead. I'm happy in my life all the time. I just sometimes every waking and sleeping second is blissfulness. And there's universes where I do just a little better than in this universe, and just a little worse in this universe. And I could be a woman, or I could be a different ethnicity. I could be anything. So here is my point. If every possible outcome that you can think of, and even the ones you cannot think of, are possible in a multiverse, then, isn't it then, by the scientific approach method, I call it SAM, S-A-M, scientific approach method, isn't it just as likely that in a universe or a multitude of universes, dare I even say an infinite amount of universes, that there was a God and his name was Yahweh or Jehovah or whatever, I want to have some iced tea to get to this point. Is it not possible, okay, that this particular universe that we occupy as us, ourselves, not different variations or facets of us, but here we are in this particular universe, that this universe was not or was created according to the book of Genesis, that it was created in 6 days, and that there is a God named Yahweh who created the universe, right? I mean, if we're going to follow the science, then we have to open up the possibility that there is a God. And they'll say, well, you can't prove it. And I'll say, you're right, but you can't disprove it. And that is my philosophy about that, is that, God, there could be a universe where I'm like a minister who has a big TV show, and I ask for money, and I get it. So I can get a new jet plane G4 Gulfstream thingy where I fly around and spread the word of the Lord. Because if you're going to accept the theory of a multiverse, you have to accept every facet of it. Because we can't prove that a multiverse exists either. That's how come I think this whole multiverse thing is a flavor of the month. So, that's my philosophy on the multiverse for today. And the next time I have a brainstorm, I'm going to come on live and discuss it. And one day, if someone comes in and types, there's a type area here, there. That's my alter ego's name there. I didn't know how to set up a YouTube account because I'm not very smart about that. So I asked this guy who I work with what to do, and he said, well, you can just use my name and my channel because I don't use it for anything. So I'm going to use it. And he showed me how to set it up. And we did a couple of test runs that we deleted. I made all kinds of mistakes. But he said, anytime you want to use that, you can. So he says he's hardly ever on YouTube. And he watches a lot of Hulu because he likes Archer. And something else. So what do you guys think? That is all I'm going to broadcast tonight. So, is it not possible that in a multiverse, that a universe was created by God or a God? That's my philosophy on that, man. So, yeah, you guys have a very wonderful, whatever time of day it is you're watching this video. And I will come back soon with something enters my head. Rock on, universe. I love everything in it. Especially the song Across the Universe by the Beatles. That may be my second favorite song. Because my favorite song is One Cool Woman in a Black Dress by the Hollies. This guy's working for the FBI and he's a rock star. So that just seems like FBI guys couldn't be cool, man. If they're a rock star and they're working for the FBI, that would be really, that'd be like cool. And maybe they're a quarterback for a football team or something. Also, so yeah, because in a multiverse, that is entirely possible. All right, well, I love the universe and stuff, and I want to thank my friends at Dr. Pepper for being with me tonight. Apparently, they're 23 years old. 23 on there. See, that's the multiverse. That actually kind of segues a bit into the Mandela effect. because I know I've been drinking Dr. Pepper longer than 23 years. I know I've had Dr. Pepper before 23 years ago. So that could be false advertising. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. It's 23 flavors, so that's pretty wicked. I like 23 flavors. They used to say it was made out of prune juice, but I'll bet you in a multiverse somewhere that Dr. Pepper is actually called Dr. Prune Juice, and it's been around for 23 years. That's my theory. I haven't tested it yet, though, because I haven't been to another universe. But it's a Mandela effect thing, too, though, because maybe at one time, like yesterday, say before I woke up, that I shifted into Mandela universe. And Dr. Pepper had only been around for 23 years, and that's why I remember it that way. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that tonight before I go to bed. It has caffeine in it. Duh. None of the 23 flavors, none of the 23 flavors are listed here on the ingredients. Plano, Texas. I like Plano, Texas. So there it is. The multiverse has Dr. Pepper in it. So that's my conclusion. So everybody have a great night, and I will see everybody in the next video. I might try a different strain. The Beetlejuice just kind of worked out for me because I was going to talk about the multiverse, and Beetlejuice is in space. And when you think of the universe, you think of space. You don't think of your house or your dog, or your cat, or your girlfriends, or your job. See, I can't talk about this stuff at my job. I just get looked at like I'm weird and stuff. So, yeah. I'm going to, my friend here, Chris, he's the only dude I can talk to about it. He's an open-minded dude, level-headed, and he'll accept everything, but he'll also, he'll shoot me down and say, well, this, because this, and this. But he respects me enough to listen. He's just such a good listener. And he liked my idea about the multiverse and God, that he let me use his channel. I don't know. And he told me that if I take off, there's someone he knows that might be his moderator, but he hasn't talked to him since. But apparently, someone that he used to have as his moderator on the channel he had, but he doesn't broadcast anymore. All right, so there you go, man. I'm hungry. I have some meat things here, like Nabisco. I always thought Nabisco was alien. I didn't understand their little symbol on Nabisco. Look at the Nabisco logo. Doesn't that look like, I don't know, like the top of Elroy Jetson's hat, man? But then there's two crosses on there. So that means they could be a company that likes to double cross people. And the wheat thins are mind control chips that you devour. don't see any chips in there, though. A weed pen is not a chip. Okay, that's it. If you guys want to comment on what you think is in the multiverse, and you're like me, you're just a layman who watches a lot of space videos and stuff like that. Um, you know, there is no wrong answers on my channel, brothers and sisters. Um, there's none of that. I like what the Beetlejuice has done to me here because I'm so singularly focused on this subject that it's mesmerizing to me. But I have other things to do. I have to feed my dogs and my cats some food. And I'm hungry, but I decided I'm not going to have wheat things. I need some sunflower seeds. Oh, I got some grapes. Look at these grapes. Hey, check out the size of this grape. Let me take a break. Look at that thing. It's the size of like a little green apple, man. Like, like, like if I squish this really hard with my hand for a long period of time, I could turn it into wine, and it would be enough to fill up a glass. That's about half a little bit of wine can be made out of this big grape. I mean, if you had like 7 or 8 little grapes like this, which I happen to have, and squish them out. I have wine, and then I'd share his wine, like Jeremiah the bullfrog. He was always helping. He had some mighty fine wine, and he always let me have some. But not in this universe, in another one. Me and Jeremiah are drinking some mighty fine wine. Huh. Which is funny, because I'm not a wine drinker in this universe. But maybe I'm a wino in another one. I'm not sure. I don't like wine. That's all I have to say. All right. Thank you for coming to my premiere episode of the oh, wait, I called it something else. Whatever I called it. Oh, yeah, 420 philosophy. And I called it 420 philosophy because that's what time I had the idea. Was it 420? Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for attending. Um, and I'll work on the lighting and stuff. I can't work on the brainy image, but we're not here to look at my image. We're here to discuss what ifs and how comes. This is what I believe stuff. So, yeah, feel free to drop in anytime. I probably won't have a schedule. I'm just going to make a video when I have the time, the inclination, and the strain to have the courage to come and talk to all of you. And thank you for attending my show. And I welcome all comments so I can get a different perspective on somebody else's philosophy. So, all right. Good night, universe. I love all of you so much. You're all awesome. Bye.